break it. Hamada Hamid, hello, welcome in. Nimwim, hello, welcome in.
Hello, welcome in. Nimwim.
Oh, I turn this down.
Hello, welcome
in. Come on. I'm taking it y'all can hear me because that was loud. How are you all? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? BJ Gerald, hello. Welcome in. How are y'all doing? One second, guys. I gotta turn the seat off. Okay, that's better. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What does the collective Aries through Pisces not want to see? Y'all, when you come in, hit the like button, please. Show me some love. There goes that frog in the throat again. Mercury retrograde. Never mention you have a message for me. Welcome in. What's your message? You sent it to me. Send it to me on what? Ali Sargent, welcome in. I will one day. Our gates are open. What do you mean by that? I know the veil is thinner right now. With Halloween and all. I know the veil is thinner. Third draw. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, to me Sunday. Welcome in. The third draw on the card, is that what you mean? Never mentioned. Yes. All right. All right, we'll see. So the third card comes out. Was never mentioned, trying to say. There's one. There's two. That three didn't work. Hold on. We have two. One, two. What's the third? The Hermit. Study. Okay. What am I studying? The Hermit. Go within. Study yourself. There's a lot of studying yourself. Studying who you are. Realizing you're the star in the lantern. You're not the lantern. And getting ready for a new journey. Gates are open. You're talking about the gates to shine? Thomas Gameplay, welcome in. Hello. I don't know your name, but welcome in. I know I've been doing a lot of diving, a lot of deep diving, and it is Scorpio season, so that's going to be a lot of deep diving, a lot of going within, diving into ourselves at a deeper level. Hello, I don't know your name either. Welcome in. Or are you the same one? You're the same one. I don't know your name. Hangman. Coming out of Hangman. A lesser key is necessary. Message is coming in. There's a soul contract. The Lovers. There's a choice. Coming out of Hangman. Meow, Coca. Welcome in. The World. Ending of an old cycle. Beginning of a new. Getting your foot out of the wheel. Divine taking your foot out of the wheel. Ten of Pentacles. Abundance. Are you talking about evil? Hey, Sassacus. What are you doing, buddy? There's nothing over here, honey. There isn't anything. There's nothing over here. There is nothing over here. No, don't go that way. Absolutely not. Go the other way. Thank you. You don't need to go that way. Crap. No. Okay. Dre, welcome in. That's the next card to count. Backstab, heartbreak, third parties. Split the deck to temperance. Patience. Scorpio would be about unfinished business too. Scorpio season. Diving deep. But I believe the veil is open. I believe the gates are open for both. If you guys are in here, hit the like button, please. Show me some love. All right, we're going to find out what Aries through Pisces don't want to know, don't want to see. Gary Manson, hello, welcome back. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What does Aries through Pisces not want to see? What do they not want to see? Aries. 4 messages for what they don't want to see. 4 messages for what Aries don't want to see. Okay. Thank you. Those have to go. That's too many. Try again. 3 more. Three more messages. What does Aries not want to see? Thank you. Okay. 2 more. What does Aries not want to see? Thank you. 1 more. Thank you. Okay. All right, Aries. What you don't want to see. You don't want to see that there's someone in your space that's been taking from you. They've left evidence behind. They've left things behind for you to find. They may not have realized they left it behind, but they did. But they're sneaking off. They're sneaky. They're deceptive. There's something they're hiding from you. And I mean, they could be hiding anything. They could be hiding a third party. They could be hiding their feelings. They could be hiding a secret. There's something they're hiding, something you don't know about. You need to go within and plan, plot, strategize your way forward too. This is also saying that you're going to have to leave something behind. Might have meant something to you, but you're going to have to leave something behind. And you're going to have to go within to figure this out. The clues are already there. They're already there. You already see them. You already know. Your soul already feels this. But you're going to have to go within. Good night, Derry Manson. Have a good night. Be safe. Take it easy on yourself, especially through the Scorpio season. Okay. So what you don't want to see is you're going to have to put up your boundaries. You're going to have to stand firm in your boundaries. You can't let people disrespect you or get you off track or make you second guess yourself. You already know. You can already feel it. You already know inside. You're welcome. You have abundance around you and you may not be seeing it, you know. You may not also be seeing that this is something that you wanted. This was something that you thought had potential to go long term, and it was everything you ever wanted. But the truth is, it's caused you burdens. You know, this is the American dream. This is the world dream, not just America. This is the world's dream. To have everything that they ever wanted, to have abundance, happy family, happy home, loyalty, security, wisdom, knowledge, you know, and be able to get into their childlike innocence and enjoy themselves and having all this. But what you don't want to see is that something's deceptive about this. Something's going on that's deceptive about this long-term, supposedly happy-go-lucky family and commitment. No, go the other way. Go the other way. You do not need to come over all that. Thank you. It's created burdens. You know, you're carrying a lot more burdens than you need to be carrying, and they don't all belong to you. You know, you're carrying other people's crosses. They don't belong to you. You're enabling other people, and you're reaping their karma too, because you're carrying their burdens and enabling them. So what goes at them comes at you too. But you've been through a lot. You've been carrying a lot of these burdens up this hill. You've had blockages, you've had boulders in the way, you've had a lot of obstacles. But Spirit is saying you are almost there. No, just a little bit longer, you're almost there. Then you can lay these burdens down and choose only what is yours. No, only what's necessary, only what you have to take. You have to let other people carry their burdens, guys. We can't keep carrying them for them. They're not learning anything from that. They're not growing and evolving from that. You're going to be walking away. You know, these 8 cups meant something to you. You've got them stacked up nice and neat, but you're going to be walking away from it. You're following your intuition. You're listening to your intuition. The stars are aligning. You've made a wish, and you're going to find that wish because you're no longer fulfilled with this, and that's what you don't want to see. But you're standing in your power here. You have your power, and you're going to find your 9th cup. And when you do, you're going to realize that nothing outside of you completes you. Not a job, not a person, not a thing, nothing. You're already whole and complete. You need something that comes in that adds to what you already are, complements who you already are, inspires you, lifts you up, adds value to the value you already have. That was your messages, Aries. You're all right, Squirt. Taurus. What does Taurus not want to see? What does Taurus not want to see? Four messages for Taurus. What do they not want to see? Thank you. 3 more. Whoa, that is not 3. We are not doing all them. 3 more, please. 3 more. What does Taurus not want to see? What does Taurus not want to see? Thank you. Huh, that one came out again. What does Taurus not want to see? Nope, that's too many. What does Taurus not want to see? 2 more. Thank you. 1 more. 1 more. Huh. I'll check that one. What does Taurus not want to see? 1 more, please. Just 1. Oh, that's you. Y'all are fine. You're fine. Hold on a minute. Where is my... Can y'all hear me? I feel like it just clicked back in. Hold on a minute. Watch out. Get out of my way, you trip me. Oh. What are y'all doing? Make sure it's not ugly. What are y'all doing? Hmm? What are you doing? No, you sound like your dad. Yes, you did. You sound like your dad. You're daddy. No, okay. No, you're alright. You're alright. Go back in here. Yes, I'm coming back. Go. No. Gosh, she sounds like her dad. I apologize, guys. I had to make sure that wasn't dad, because if that was dad, he has to go out to pee. The puppy's dad. Let me make that clear. Okay. I call those from pure white divine light only. Only those from pure white divine light are welcome. Anytime I pick this pendulum up from now to the end of the reading, let it be from those from pure white divine light only. Only those from pure white divine light are welcome. Command and cast out anything negative, depressive, ill, malicious, evil energies, and intentions. Out any and all open windows and doors when they are open. Thank you. Still, please. Still. All right, is this card supposed to be in the reverse? Yes. Okay. All right, Taurus. What you don't want to see is that there's a 10 of Cups here. But it seems like a happy home, happy family, happy relationship, happy career, whatever it is in your life, because I'm tapping into a collective. I'm not, this isn't a personal reading. Rodolfo, hey, good morning. How are you? Welcome in. But this may not be what you think it is. There may be something else that's going to bring this in for you, the happiness. Learning and realizing that you are complete and whole already. You don't need a relationship, a person, or a job or anything like that to make you complete and whole, though. You may feel like, what you don't want to see, you may feel like you're never going to have this too. It doesn't have to be that the home or whatever you're in isn't happy, isn't bringing you happiness. Could just be that you don't see it coming in. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see that there's something else coming in that is going to fulfill you. It's going to fill all 10 cups. And once you realize, your worth, realize you're already whole and complete, you need something or want something that comes in and compliments you and raises you up and inspires you. And you may not see it coming in. You may not want to see that you've got to move in a different direction to bring it in. Okay. What you don't want to see is that you are the creator of your own world. You create your own world. No one else creates it around you. No one else has that power. Only you wield that power. You create your own world with your thoughts and your speech, the way that you talk, the way that you talk to yourself. You're co-creating always with spirit. So as above, so below. It's like a back order. You go to a diner, you go to a restaurant, you have a back order. They don't hand you your food just when you say you want it. It takes time to prepare. So it takes God divine time to align things and line things up to bring it from above to below. But in the meantime, if you're thinking negative is what you are creating around your world, in your partnerships, your relationships, platonic or not. And if you're thinking positive, that's a back order coming in. The positive is coming in, and it is coming into your world. You're not wanting to see that you are the creator of your own world. You're creating this. What do you want? What do you truly want? Go within and find out what you truly want. You're moving away from something. You're not wanting to see that you got to move away from something. There's choppy waters here. This isn't happy. This is conflict. This is battle. It can be in your head too. You could have went through hell, went through hell and back. And you've had a lot of manipulation and mistreatment, disrespect, to try to hold you back. To keep you from getting in this boat and going forward to Paradise Island over here, to calmer waters. They've been putting a lot of swords in your back, a lot of thoughts, a lot of words, a lot of things that, are disrespectful and meant to challenge you, meant to keep your mindset low and in the negative. But you're leaving all that behind. You're going to be leaving all that behind. You're only going to be carrying with you the knowledge and the wisdom that you've gained about yourself and your self-worth and your traumas that you've had from childhood, your battles that you've been through. When things don't work out, that's rejection is God's protection. He's protecting you for a reason. There's a bigger part of the puzzle, and you're going to find that bigger part of the puzzle because you're wondering, you want to know, you're searching for the answers. Naveen, hello, welcome in. How are you? You're not wanting to see that you need to go within because you have the go within, the hermit upside down. You're not wanting to see that you need to go within the hermit card. But also you could be coming out of this, but this is about what you don't want to see. So you don't want to see that you got to go within internally and look at yourself and look at where you're having your issues and your problems and why you keep calling the same types of energy in, or why you keep getting in your head and thinking things are going to be the same as what they've always been. not realizing that you are the star. You're supposed to be out here shining. You're not supposed to be in recluse, you know. Yes, you need to go in and study. You need to study yourself. You need to study other things, but also you need to realize that you've always been that star. You need to get out there. You need to shine. You need to not be afraid of your light. Don't hold back. What you don't want to see is you're coming from a space of lack. I don't have, I won't have, I can't have. This is a lack mindset. This is not knowing your worth. Believing that you do know your worth and holding back your value, but also at the same time not believing in what you can create, what you can manifest. Not believing how worthy you are, how much you need to be out there, and not coming from a place of lack. What is yummy? Delta Bravo base. Oh, I didn't see you. I seen the blue first. Welcome in. Gemini. Guys, give me some love here. Show me some love. Hit the thumbs up button. Gemini. What does Gemini not want to see? What does Gemini not want to see? Four cards for Gemini. What does Gemini not want to see? Whoa, Gemini, you might not want to see a mess. There's a mess. It's crazy. Okay, let's try again. Gemini, what do you not want to see? Four cards. Yeah, you're not wanting to see. There's a decision you got to make. Three cards. What does Gemini not want to see? What does Gemini not want to see? Thank you. Okay. Two more. What does Gemini not want to see? Thank you. And thank you. And I gotta check. That was on top, yeah. Okay. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? Yes. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? Yes. Okay. All right. Well, that changes the meaning. Okay. Gemini, what you're not wanting to see is you are closed off. You've got your lid on your cup. You're not open. You have a lot of emotions. You're kind, you're generous, you're caring, you know, you're compassionate. You've been through a lot. It's taken a lot to open your heart, to get into your vulnerable state. But right now you have your heart closed. You have your emotions shut off. And you may have just went through something that caused this, but divine source is telling you to open that lid back up, open that cup back up, send that offer out to someone, you know, allow someone into your heart. Don't block your heart off, because when you block your heart off, not only do you not allow yourself to receive love, but you also don't allow yourself to receive the blessings that God source divine is trying to bring forward toward you. You're stuck in indecision. There's a decision you got to make. But see where your heart's crossed, your heart's blocked. Tap into your heart, tap into your feelings, because you're going to feel your way forward. You're not going to be able to overthink your way. Swords is thoughts. You're not going to be able to think your way out of this. You're going to have to tap into your emotions, tap into your heart. What feels better to your heart? What feels lighter? And do either one of these paths feel light to you, or do you just want to go create you a new one? You know, you've been sitting here for a while on this decision. You need to make this decision. You need to open up and speak your truth. And you need to, you know, put the guard down. Make the decision. There is no right or wrong. No right or wrong. But if you tap into your heart center more, you know, align it with your mind, tap into your heart center more, this decision will be easier to make. Now, what is this decision about? A Two of Cups. This is a soulmate contract coming in, you know, and it's equal. There's equal on here. It's supposed to be fair and equal time, equal energy, equal finances, you know, or however, you know, you would see as equal. It's supposed to be equal. You're both on the same page. You both are supposed to be on the same page. Yes, you have different ideas and different viewpoints, or, you know, maybe different religions. You're two total opposite people. But this is supposed to be a contract of equal. You know, neither one's above the other. They're both equal. Don't put one on the pedestal either. Don't put each other on the pedestal. Stay together. Stay equal. Work on things together. Compromise. Work on things together. It can happen. You do have the strength. You have the lion up here. That to me is the strength. You have the wings. You know, that means that it's being overseen by the angels, by God, by your guardians, source, whatever it is you believe in. But this is a very important connection, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the pull to it. So tap into your feelings. What you don't want to see is you're no longer out in the cold. You're no longer out in the cold. You have these seeds you can plant. There is a new contract coming in that is going to bring you out of the cold. You know, in the upright, you feel left out, abandoned, out in the cold. Well, you're abandoning yourself here. You're not planting these seeds. Here, you're deciding to plant these seeds. You need to plant these seeds so you can bring yourself out of this cold. You've been stuck. You've been feeling stuck and trapped and indecision. You have a lot of thoughts going on in your head, a lot of overthinking. In this, you're coming out of it. You don't want to see it, or you haven't seen it. You're coming out of this indecision. You're not stuck. Take these swords. These are ideas. Take these swords and plant those seeds. Like it said, plant those seeds. And cut yourself out of these bindings, because this is all in your head. This is more in your head than anything. You have a way out. That's what you're not wanting to see. You have a way out. Stop overthinking it and ground yourself and sit with yourself and pay attention to how you feel. There's the red, the power, the feeling, the love, the abundance. Clear old energy. Bring in new energy. Cancer. What does Cancer not want to say? What does Cancer not want to say? What does Cancer not want to say? No. You don't need to go that way. You're good where you are. You got a sleepy in your eye. Come here. Come here. I'm going to get it. Bite me. I don't care. I ain't afraid of you. You had a sleepy in your eye. Yeah, I said no. Okay, back to Cancer. Sidetrack us here. 4 messages for Cancer. What does Cancer not want to see? What does Cancer not want to see? Thank you. What does Cancer not want to see? Three more, please. 3 more. What does Cancer not want to see? That's way too many. Thank you. Thank you. Have to check that one. And thank you. Okay. Is this one supposed to be in the reverse? Yes. Okay. All right. Cancer, you're not one to see that you're carrying too many burdens. You're carrying too many of other people's burdens. You need to lay these down. God Divine Source is telling you you're not seeing that the journey is almost at the end. Like it's almost there. You're almost at the house up here. You've been carrying a lot of burdens and you've been carrying them uphill and you've had blockages and obstacles and stuff in your way. But you're standing in your power. You're strong. You've been carrying this. You may have been going on this journey alone. You're carrying other people's crosses. They don't belong to you. You're only supposed to be carrying your own cross. So you're enabling people. You need to stop enabling people and let them carry their own cross, because they're not going to learn anything from that. And you're taking on their weight. You're taking on their karma. When you're doing something for somebody else that aren't bothering to do it for themselves, they get karma, but you get it too. You're attached to them. You also pull that karma in on you. So you're going to get up here to this house and you're going to lay these burdens down, or they're telling you need to, and you need to only choose what is most important, what is mostly yours. You know what I mean? What absolutely cannot be left behind, that you have to take with you. What you're not wanting to see is there isn't an equal give and take here. There isn't equal balance. There's not fairness. There's not justice. One person is being given to, and another person is sitting here begging and being ignored. That's the scales, but there's not equal balance. This is supposed to be balance and harmony. This is supposed to be both people receiving, not one. And in this card, only one person's receiving. He's only paying attention to one person, not paying attention to the other person. There's no fairness in this. What you don't want to see is God Divine Source is trying to hand you a brand new passionate beginning. Something that has to grow. Something that has the potential to light you back up, light that spark back up, bring you out of this depressive state that you've been in, inspire you again. But you gotta take that wand and you gotta go on that journey. You also need to wrap it before you tap it, because if you don't want a little one coming along, you're not ready for a little one. Only if you're not ready, guys, then you might want to wrap it before you tap it, because there's a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of heat coming at you. But it's also a brand new beginning, a brand new passionate, fiery beginning. What you don't want to see, there was illusions here, and you're not wanting to look back at the past. You need to look at that. You need to look back at the past to pick up the tools and the knowledge and gain the wisdom that you need to gain about, where are you not trusting yourself? Where are you having issues where you've abandoned yourself? You wanted something and you didn't go after it, or you didn't trust something but you didn't listen to yourself, or something was trustworthy and you didn't listen to yourself. You're not wanting to go back into the past and reflect. You're not wanting to go into hermit mode. There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom you can gain from this, but you're also not wanting to see, something else is coming in. You might not want to look at it, or it might be something from the past that you're not wanting to look at. That you're being called to, but you're not wanting to pay attention to it. What you're not wanting to see is there's something else somewhere else that's long term, that does give and take, something that can last a lifetime, something that can build with you, build abundance with you. You have a collaboration here, talking to somebody here, getting to know somebody. You could possibly build an empire with this person, build something strong and stable with this person. This person could be more loyal, or job, whatever this is, but it could be more loyal. I'm feeling love, but it doesn't have to be. It can be for some of you. You've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom. You don't want to see all the knowledge and wisdom that you actually gained on this journey. You've gained a lot. Yes, you've been through hell and back. Yes, you've been taken to your knees several times, gone through what I call the dark night of the soul, going within the soul, hurt, painful. It's painful to go within the soul and see what you didn't want to see. But you've gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom from that. And you can tap back into your inner child now. Let yourself go out, have fun, enjoy your life, collaborate with others. You will run into someone you can build this empire with, but you have to let it in. Welcome in, guys. Clear out energy. Bring in new energy, please. If this is resonating with you guys, show me some love. Hit the like button, please. We can get these messages out to other people. Leo. What does Leo not want to see? What does Leo not want to see? Four cards. What does Leo not want to see? Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. What does Leo now want to see? One more card. One more card for Leo. Thank you. Okay. Leo, what you're not wanting to see is you have a 10 of Cups coming. You may have thought that you already had it or whatever. You've made a wish. The 10 of Cups is coming. But you may need to let go of the illusion of a 10 of Cups first. Something that you thought had potential, thought was going to grow, you may need to let go of that. You also need to realize that nothing outside of you completes you. You're complete and whole in yourself. You have no lack. That's an illusion. That's an illusion that we have lack, guys. Like, we have absolutely no lack. And all this love and all this that you want, you have to find it within you before you can bring it out into the world, before it can come out into the world. You have to bring it from the ethers down to the ground. And you have to find that within you before you can experience this outside of yourself. True, this. Not something fake, something true. But you're not wanting to see that you're not happy. You haven't been happy for a while. You're telling yourself that you're happy. You've been happy. You have your 10 of Cups, but deep inside, you can feel that you don't. Well, you're not wanting to see justice. Justice is coming in. And this is justice for all parties involved. This isn't just justice for one person. This is the justice that is right and fair for all parties involved. Standing in your power, bringing yourself justice as well, you know, holding your sword of truth, using it to speak your truth. Stop holding back. You got to stop holding back your truth. You got to allow it out. And he's holding the scales of balance, of fairness. You need to start weighing people's hearts against feathers. You need to start weighing them. How do they feel about you? How do they treat you? Start using those scales. Those scales are supposed to bring you in fairness and balance and harmony and justice. But first, you got to weigh it. How heavy is this side opposed to this side? You put something on that scale, how heavy does it make your heart feel? NHS Charity Projects. Hi, welcome in. How are you? What you're not wanting to see is you need to get back in your fire. You need to get back in your passion. You need to get back on your journey. You need to, get back into what lights you up, what lights that spark. Go after what it is that you want in life, because nobody's going to do it for you. Building other people's empires isn't going to get you anywhere. You have to work on building your own. You can help and give everybody, everything you want to give them. But are you building your own dreams from that, or are you building up everybody else's dreams? You need to get your fire and spark back and start building your own dreams. Start going after things that light you up. You have a black cat on here. Most people are afraid of a black cat, but you're not. You're not afraid of the black cat. You know that black cat is protection. You know that black cat is unique. You're not afraid to be unique and get out of your comfort zone and go for things. You are a fire sign. So get back into your fire. Get back into being unique. You're not supposed to be like everybody else. You guys are the leaders, the kings and the queens of the zodiac. So step back in your power. If you got to go on this journey alone, solo, independent, cats are independent, then do it. Take that wand and go on that journey. But step back in your power. Step back in your confidence. Somewhere along the line, you're not wanting to see you lost your confidence. You started trusting and believing in everybody else instead of believing in yourself. And for a reading that says you don't want to see, look, you've got your hands over your face. You're in your head. You're overthinking. You're sleepless nights, overwhelmed. Listening to the gossip, listening to other people, not speaking your truth, not taking one of these swords and speaking your truth and cutting out what no longer serves you, cutting out all the bullshit. Take your hands off your face. This is thoughts. These swords are just thoughts. Step back in your power. Stand back up. Stop repeating these patterns. These old patterns of not knowing your worth, not knowing who you are, letting other people tell you who you are, what you can go after, what you should wear, where you should go, how you should do this. Take your hands off your face. Allow yourself to see the truth. And there we go. Taking that wand, going out on that journey. You're working on becoming the queen or king that you are. But first you got to go on that journey. You got to go on that journey so you can find your confidence again. You can find your worth again. You can find what lights your fire and sparks you up again. You got to be determined to take your life back. Stand in your own power. Don't let other people tell you who you are. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What does Virgo not want to see? What does my Virgo collective not want to see? Four messages for Virgo. What do they not want to see? What do they not want to see? Thank you. And thank you. Two more. Thank you. One more. Thank you. Okay. Is this one supposed to be in the reverse? No. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Virgo, what you don't want to see. What you don't want to see also is you have the lid on your cup. You're not opening your cup. You got your heart blocked off. You're very loving, very kind, very generous, very compassionate. You know, you've been through hell and back, and you know, you rode the waves, you rode the storms. Things are becoming a lot calmer here. The water isn't as choppy. Things are becoming a lot calmer. You're balancing your emotions. You're getting your emotions under control. But you've got the lid on your cup. You're not allowing love in. You're not allowing your feelings and your emotions in. You're not allowing yourself to express your feelings and emotions either. You know, you're blocking off your blessings as well as blocking off your heart. You can't receive blessings of any kind when you have the lid on your cup, when you have the lid on your emotions. You have to tap in and let this out. You have to, because everything that you've thrown to the back of your mind and you don't want to see and you don't want to deal with, that's all going to play out in your life. It's all going to play out around you in your partnerships, your relationships, your job, all of that. It's all going to come out. So you need to open it up, purge it out, allow those emotions in, and allow yourself to accept them for what they were. Thank them and tell them that they're no longer yours. Release them and let them go. Purge them. I don't care if you got to scream in your pillow or go somewhere and cry, but you got to get them out, because if you continue to hold them in, the lid's going to blow, and you don't want the lid to blow. Unblock your heart. Stop overthinking. Allow yourself to feel these emotions. Yes, keep yourself grounded, but, you know, let them out so that lid don't blow. What you're not wanting to see is you have a seed right here. It's right here. You're looking at it, but you're not planting it. There's an idea that you have that you don't think it's going to work out. You don't think it's going to grow. You don't think it's going to mature, but it is. But it can't mature if you're not planting it. You're the king. You know, you've grown a lot. You've brought a lot in. You know, you're grounded. You're staying grounded, but you're not making this offer. This could be an offer. This could be, you know, an idea, but you have to take it. You have to go forward with it. You have to stand in your confidence and you have to go forward with it. You have to plant this idea or make this offer in order for things to grow. Nothing can grow if you just sit here looking at it. What you're not wanting to see is you're going to have victory over this. You're going to have haters, yes. You're going to have people that are envious, but that means you're on the right path. But if you go after this, you're going to win the battle. You're going to be victorious. You may not believe that. You may not believe your worth. You may not believe you can stand in your power and you can take it back and you can do this, but you can. Divine Spirit, God is telling you, you can. You have the power within yourself to be successful and build this and win this battle. And this could be the battle in your own head. Where you're at right now, you're not wanting to see, there's not equal give and take. You're not receiving what it is you're giving. You know, you're being left out. This one over here is being fed, you know, and you might be receiving breadcrumbs. You deserve the whole damn pie. You don't deserve just a little bit. You deserve the whole damn pie. You don't deserve to watch other people get things and receive things and you not. But this is also you coming from a lack mindset of believing that you're not worthy of it. He's not looking at you because your energy is not raised enough to where he sees you. You have to raise your value, raise your energy. Start believing in yourself. Start believing that you can have just as well as anybody else. Stop believing that you can't have things, that your life sucks, that you're in lack. Because if that's what you believe about yourself, that's what other people are going to get the vibration of, and that's what they're going to believe about you too. What you're not wanting to see is you're not happy. You're not happy, and you haven't been happy for a while. You want a happy family, happy home, happy kids, but you're not happy. You're walking through every day like a robot, acting like you're happy, but your 10 cups aren't filled. You might have a couple of them filled, but you deserve all of them to be filled. And you don't see that. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that a change is necessary for you to bring in these 10 of cups. Hi, Bubby. I hear you. Clear out energy. Bring in new energy. What does Libra not want to see? What does Libra not want to see? What does Libra not want to see? Four messages for Libra for what they don't want to see. Thank you. Three more. What does Libra not want to see? Thank you. Okay. One more. One more for Libra. What does Libra not want to see? One more. Thank you. Okay, Libra. What you're not wanting to see is that you need to go within. You need to go within and figure this out. You need to go study. You could need to go study something, but you also need to go study yourself. You need to go within and study yourself and see where these repeated patterns keep happening, where you need to let go of something, and where you need to let something transform, let yourself transform. Where are you repeating these negative self-talk patterns, beating yourself up, treating yourself as if others are treating you, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like you're not worthy, not trusting yourself, abandoning yourself, because when you were growing up or people around you had abandoned each other or abandoned you, you repeated that pattern. Monkey see, monkey do. You need to go within and you need to see this within yourself. You may, with the black here, you may have been in depression. You need to pull yourself out of this depression. And I know it's not easy, guys. I've been there. I'm going to tell you right now, I know it's not easy. I did it. You're capable of doing it. Everybody's capable of doing it. We have to wake up each day, guys, and decide to be happy, no matter what's going on around us. Stop coming from a place of fear. Stop letting people make us fear things, fear life, fear taking a risk, fear getting out of our comfort zones. But you need to see that you're the star. You always have been the star. You're not the lantern that holds it. You're not allowing yourself to be held back. Don't allow yourself to be held back. Get out there and shine. Other people's projections on you, they're not your truth. They don't belong to you. They belong to somebody else. People telling you you can't do it, you can't make it, it isn't going to work out, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, oh, that's too much of a risk. That's their projections. That has nothing to do with you. They're projecting their own feelings on you because somewhere along the line they tried and they didn't succeed. And instead of getting up and trying again, they gave up. So since they can't do it, they're telling you you can't do it. That's not your truth. That's theirs. Throw that burden off your shoulders. What you don't want to see is there has to be a death and transformation to this. The old is dying away. The old ways that we're thinking about ourselves, they're going away. People are starting to wake up and realize who they really are. They're starting to wake up and realize what their power really is, who they truly are inside, not who everyone else has told them they are or made them out to be. They're starting to learn their worth and starting to realize they've had it in them the whole time. So death is coming in. They're coming in to transform this, killing off the old and bringing in the new. There's sun coming up here. That's the new. That's the new you being reborn. The old you is burning away to ashes and the new you is being born. You need to grieve this old you because it was a part of who you are, but it's not a part of who you are anymore. That's not your truth. It's somebody else's. What you don't want to see is there is success. There is happiness. There is a higher level of commitment. You have to walk through those doors, 1111. You need to walk through those doors. You need to take the journey. There is success on the other side. You will win. You will be the winner. You'll be the first one through the ribbon. You're going to have a celebration. You're going to have success, stability, security. But you have to see this within yourself. You have to see that you are successful. You are worthy of a higher level of commitment. You are worthy of the stability and the success, security. You have to see that you have to stop waiting around. You have to go. You have to stop standing there waiting on the ships because they're coming in, but you have to stop standing there. You have to take action. You have the red in here, your power, standing in your power, opening that heart back up, becoming vulnerable, getting out of your comfort zone, going on this journey. These two back here meant something to you. It has growth on it. But it doesn't fulfill you anymore. It doesn't light you up. It doesn't light your spark. You need to go on a new journey. And that new journey does have potential to grow, but only if you go on it. You can't bring it in if you just stand here. What you don't want to see is, you're not following your intuition. Things aren't clear right now to you, but that's because you're not tapping into your gut. You're not tapping into your intuition. You're not tapping into your emotions, your feelings. You're not allowing yourself to feel the feelings. You're blocking yourself off. And because you're blocking yourself off, you can't see forward. You don't have clarity. But what you don't see is that clarity is coming. The sun is going to shine. It's going to illuminate all this. But you got to tap into your gut. Tap into your intuition first. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What does Scorpio not want to see? What does Scorpio not want to see? Almost fumbled that. Scorpio, you might not want to see that you're almost going to fumble something. Because I almost fumbled that. Like they almost all fell. But I got it. I balanced it. What does Scorpio not want to see? Four messages for Scorpio for what they don't want to see. Aquaman just showed up on my phone. So I don't know if that means anything to you. Aquaman. Maybe you want to watch the movie? What does Scorpio not want to see? It might have messages in it for you if you watch it. Aquaman. I don't know. It might resonate. It might resonate with some of you. Maybe watch the movie, guys. What does Scorpio not want to see? 4 messages, please. 4 messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio not want to see? Okay. I think we got all of them, guys. Okay. Yep, we got all of them. Thank you. Okay. All right. Scorpio, what you don't want to see is you're very tapped in. You're very tapped in. You need to balance your light and your dark. You're overthinking. You need to follow your gut, follow your intuition. You hold all the secrets. You already have them. You don't need anybody else to tell you about them because you already have them. You already know. You have that all-seeing eye. You already know. You know, you're tapped into the Akashic records. You need to let this curtain fall. You know, that's also getting back into, playing and having fun and enjoying yourself. Stop being so serious. She's very serious. She's got a very serious look on her face. He or she, take it as it is. But you're very intuitive. You're a water sign. You need to get out and speak your truth. You're a very deep person. You're very deep. Scorpios are very deep. But you have access to the Akashic records. And you need to know that there is no ceiling. Not the sky isn't even the limit here. You can go beyond, well beyond what you're allowing yourself to. You can channel too. You're very spiritual. Tap into your spirituality more. You know, realize the heights that you can go. The initials B or J might mean something to you too. Don't have to, but it might. Okay, it's getting cold in here again. Okay. What you don't want to see, Scorpio, is you need to take a rest. You need to take a break. You need to sit with God, Divine Spirit. You need to tap in. You need to have a talk with them. Ask them. They'll show you. Ask them to show you the guidance. They'll show you. You know, they'll show you by, well, I mean, you had a movie pop up. Maybe the movie's going to have something to do with it. Maybe you need to watch that movie. You might get some ideas or some epiphany moments from that movie. But also, you got numbers around you, repeating numbers. Ask what the spiritual meaning of the angel numbers are. And animals, insects, whatever. Everything gives you messages, guys. Like everything. I don't care what it is. Everything. Our past on loved ones, God, divine source, are all trying to give us messages, but they can't give them to us in the way that other people can. But they send them to us all the time. We just have to open our eyes and learn how to see them. You have a 3 of Swords here. Somebody broke your heart. You know, possibly you've gotten your heart broken in the past and you haven't healed over that. And you may not see that. You may not want to see that. You still are not healed over these three swords that was put in your back. You know, backstab, betrayal, maybe third parties, you know, deception, people being deceiving with you. But you're laying on your sword of truth. You know, your sword of truth is right there. All you've got to do is pick it up and use it. You know, speak your mind. Speak how you feel. Let those emotions out that you hold in. But you also have blessings. There are blessings in this window. That represents blessings. So, you know, you need to go into this meditation and you need to have a one-on-one conversation with God, divine source, soul, spirit, universe, whatever it is you believe in. You need to have a one-on-one talk with them. You need to ask them for guidance. Ask them for the answers and they will show them to you. What you don't want to see, Scorpio, is you're juggling too much. You're juggling way too much. You're burning yourself out. You're not resting. You're not taking care of yourself. Yes, most of the waves and the choppiness is behind you. Most of the chaos and the drama and all that is behind you. But you're repeating cycles. You're holding and carrying way too much weight. And yes, you got it. You do got it. Standing in your power here, you've got it. But it's going to exhaust you eventually. Your arms are going to get tired. You know, this person's arms going to get tired. They're juggling too many things at once. They need to put something down. They need to plant these seeds. You know, make these offers or plant these seeds, or, you know, you've got ideas. You've got ideas, and you're not wanting to see that you need to plant those seeds. Your ideas can come to fruition if you plant them. Stand in your power. Drop some of this before it puts you in the hospital, or it just, you know, you can't get up. You're so exhausted. You're so wore down. You can't get up. You have absolutely no energy, no time for nothing. You have a ship coming in, and you don't even see it, but it's coming. It's right behind you. It's being brought in. Divine source is bringing it in. What you don't want to see, a King of Swords. You know, someone that's very, very intelligent, very smart, will cut out anything that doesn't serve them. Use that sword to cut it out. There's your sword. There's your sword. You know, maybe you're being too logical. You're not tapping into your heart more, tapping into your heart center. But he will use this sword. He will cut out what doesn't serve him. He's not afraid to. He's very confident, you know, speaks his truth, stands in his power. What you're not wanting to see is you have this in you. This is inside of you. You know, get out there, speak your truth, cut out what doesn't serve you anymore. Lay down the burdens that don't belong to you. And don't be afraid to go deep. That's water. Water is deep. Scorpios are deep. Go deep. You know, don't go surface level. The clouds are clearing. You're going to be able to see clearly. But you got to speak your truth in order to see clearly. And there's something you got to walk away from. You know, there's something that meant something to you in the past, but because you stacked it up here nice and neat, you know, you didn't just throw it down. It meant something to you, but it doesn't inspire you. It doesn't light your fire. It doesn't make you feel like you're in your power anymore. You know, it doesn't light that spark up. So you need to go on this journey. And when you go on this journey, you're going to find out that you're whole and complete all on your own. You don't need a job or a person or a place or a friend or anything outside of you. You do not come from a place of lack. You have absolutely no lack in your life. That's an illusion. That's an illusion that's been cast over all of us by society. That we have lack. That we need more. That we got to have more. That we can't survive. That we're not going to make it. That's an illusion. Tap into your intuition. Allow your water side in. Open up your emotions. Feel your feelings. Allow yourself to feel what it is you feel. If you've got anything left in there that's still holding you back, purge that shit out. Like, allow it in. Allow yourself to feel it. Scream, cry, kick, cuss. I don't care. But purge it out. It doesn't belong to you. That was a past. That was in the past. That was something from the past that created the mindset that you've had where you're holding back now. You need to go on this journey. Tap into your intuition. Go on this journey. You will find that ninth cup. You will realize that you're whole and complete as you are. You're not lacking nothing. You're not missing anything. You are worthy of anything and everything you ever wanted. But you got to go on this journey. And once you go on it and you find that ninth cup, your 10th cup will come in automatically because you're no longer looking for it. You're no longer chasing it. You're no longer running from it. You're allowing it. So it'll automatically come in. That 10 of cups, that abundance, that happiness, that joy, everything you ever wanted, you'll have it because you'll finally meet the vibration, the energy of having it. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Sagittarius? What is Sagittarius not wanting to see? What's Sagittarius not wanting to see? Four cards, Sagittarius, 4 messages for Sagittarius. What do they not want to see? Okay. Thank you. One more. One more. No. One. No. One. Thank you. All right, Sagittarius. What you're not wanting to see is you can have success. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of winning the battle, worthy of winning what it is you want to win. Way too crazy. Welcome in. Shout out to Arizona. As a aesthetic girl. Hi, welcome in. Guys, hit the like button. Show me some love, guys. Okay. What you're not wanting to see is you do have potential to be successful, to win this battle, to gain the victory wreath. But you got to go on the journey first. You got to take the battle in first. You got to realize that yes, there are going to be haters. There are going to be people that are envious of you. But that doesn't mean that you can't get out there and win and shine and bring your winning smile forward. You know what I mean? You deserve this win. You deserve to do this. But you've got to go on the journey first. No, I don't. I apologize. I don't. But I have had a lot of people on. But welcome in. And I apologize, but I will remember you next time. I will remember you next time. Okay, what you don't want to see, look, these people weren't good for you. Like they backstabbed you. They left you for dead. They put 10 swords in your back and they didn't think you were going to get back up. What you don't want to see is you do have the power to get back up, stand back up. Take one of these swords out of your back and cut out what no longer serves you. These people and things that disrespected you, they don't deserve to be in your energy. You know, they don't deserve to be around you. Like, if they didn't respect you, why would you want them in your life? If they didn't respect you, why are you still sitting there thinking about them and worried about them? You know what I mean? Yes, you have to forgive. You have to forgive other people, but you forgive them so you're no longer drinking the poison from their cup. You know? But it doesn't mean you're going to forget. You don't have to forget. But you do forgive. And you don't forgive them for them. You forgive them for you because it releases you from this. You know, you're feeling stuck. You're feeling trapped. You're feeling like you can't get back up. That's not true. Yes, you can. Stand up. Take that sword out of your back. Cut out what no longer serves you. He's making the blessing sign. You have blessings coming in. And tender endings. 1 plus 0 is 1. That's a new beginning. The new dawn is going to rise. You're going to be renewed. But you got to stand up first. You got to see that you have the power to stand up. Billy Chili, hi, welcome in. No way, Antarctica. Christian Bridges, welcome in. Y'all hit the like button. Show me some love. Good seeing you guys again. What you don't want to see, you don't want to reflect on your past. You don't want to let go of your past. You don't want to look back at your past and see all the knowledge and wisdom that you gained about your own worth and your self-worth. How the past was the catalyst to your healing, you know, to trigger you, to help you to go inside, look within, and see where you have trust issues and you have abandonment issues and where they came from. Where'd they first start? Was it family that abandoned you and left you out in the cold? You know, they cast you out. Did you not fit in? You know, did you have a parent or something abandon you? Did they put you in the corner and not allow you to shine your light? They put you down and make you feel less than what you were? Did the very people that you trusted to take care of you let you down and hurt you? Where are these wounds coming from? You got to go within and figure that out and go within and heal it. And you need to know that that's not your truth. That's their projections. That's not your truth. That's not who you are. Who they said you are, that's not who you are. You're worth so much more than people ever want you to know. And that's the thing. People see your worth, even though you don't. You know? So go within and heal these things. If they abandoned you, it had nothing to do with you. Don't put that on your shoulders. Don't take that as your own. Didn't mean you weren't worthy. It meant that they didn't feel worthy. They didn't feel worthy of you. You know? They put you down and made fun of you. That's how they really felt about themselves. And they had to feel like they had some kind of power over you. Don't let them have that. Take that back. Take your power back. Look into the past, but don't look into the past as you lost something, you're missing something, you're regretting something. Look at the past as what it was trying to teach you about yourself. Gain the knowledge and wisdom. In the Rider-Waite, there's a well here with water pouring into a bucket. That's knowledge and wisdom that you're gaining from this journey. Stop looking back in the past and see what new you have to offer you and right here in front of you. You know, you have new offers coming in. Allow them to come in. Gain the knowledge from the past. Release it. Thank it for the evolution that it's given you, the growth that it's given you, the healing that it's kickstarted in you, and take the offer. You know, allow someone else to come in and give you an offer. Don't block your heart off. Allow someone else to come in. You know the red flags. You've seen them. You've been there. You've done that. Look, can't make it up. You're guarded. You're very guarded. You're looking back at the past. The past is cloudy. It's cloudy because you were only supposed to gain the knowledge and wisdom about yourself, your own truth, your truth, the sword of truth, your own truth. It meant something to you, yes. It hurt you, yes. It put you through hell, yes. But it was only there to trigger you so you could look at what it was triggering, why you were being triggered. So stand in your power. Stop looking backwards. Move forwards. The forward's clear. The way is clear. There's no clouds. Yes, you're going to stumble. You're going to fall. You're going to have to get back up. You might repeat a cycle or two, but you're going to learn. This is learning. This is studying. This is also stalking. People stalking you, you know? You're not delusional. There are people watching you, but give them something to watch. Stand up, stand in your power, go forward, go on your journey. Give them something to watch, inspire them. Maybe it'll inspire them to take their power back and to see what it is they needed to see about their past so that they can release themselves from the bonds that bond them and move forward. What you're not wanting to see is you are self-made, you're self-reliant, you're self-sufficient, you're worthy, you're independent within yourself. You can be in a relationship and still be independent within yourself. You know, you could be off doing your own thing while your partner's off doing their own thing, and know that you can trust them, know that they're going to be there, know that you can rely on them. You can count on them to be there. It's your stability. But also give yourself stability. You have to be able to rely and count on yourself first. And they're saying you have a harvest coming in, a seed that you've planted in the past. You're not wanting to see that you did plant a seed and it is growing, and you are going to reap that harvest. But you need to hold back some for yourself. Don't give it all out. You've got to take care of you first, because if you don't take care of you, nobody else is going to take care of you. You don't fill your own cup, nobody else is going to fill that cup. And even if they try to, they're not going to emotionally be able to do it, because you have to fill it up. You have to love you unconditionally, flaws and all, dark side, light side, all of it, equal balance. You have to love all of you. And you have to give to you. You have to save for you. You have to save for hard times. You can still give, you can still help, but only those that are helping themselves. Thank you for all the emojis, Christian. I see you. You're not hidden. I see you. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What does Capricorn not want to see? What does Capricorn not want to see? Four messages for Capricorn. What does Capricorn not want to see? We're going deep, guys. Scorpio season, going deep. What does Capricorn not want to see? Thank you. Thank you. Let's check that one. Two more. Two more. Thank you. One more. And guys, this can be sun, moon, and rising. It could also be your person. That is way too many. What does Capricorn now want to see? One more card. One more card. One more card. Thank you. Okay. Capricorn, what you don't want to see, uncover your face. You know, take your hands off your face. Stop covering your eyes. This is thoughts. This is you being in your head, overthinking things, and getting overwhelmed and letting anxiety take over. You need to uncover your eyes, take your sword, and speak your truth. Cut out what no longer serves you. Cut out the negative self-talk, the negative thinking. Don't worry about the gossip. Don't worry about what people think of you. That's none of your business anyway, what they think of you, because they're just projecting. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to them. Stop repeating your patterns. You know, you're repeating the same cycles over and over and over again. Repeated patterns. Not knowing your worth, not knowing, you know, that you are abandoning yourself. No one's abandoning you. You're abandoning yourself. You're not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to yourself. You just get quiet and you stop overthinking. The truth will come to you. You'll have the epiphany moment. Do you want to be the bug or the windshield? Do you want to take control of this, or do you want it to take control of you? What you're not wanting to see is there's a love offer. You have a love offer right in front of you. I know you're worried that it's an illusion. Is that fish really in that cup? I know you're worried. And how are you going to know if you don't go on this journey? You know, tap into your emotions, open your heart back up, take a chance, take a risk. You know, it's not like you haven't been there before. It's not like you haven't done this before. It's not like you don't have the trophy, the t-shirt, the ribbon. You won the damn award. So you know, be discerning. Red flags pop up, talk about it. You know, open up and talk about it. And see if, you know, they're willing to work with you, to compromise with you, to open up to you. You know, you open up to them. Communication is very important, guys. But don't block yourself off from love. You need to go on this new journey. You need to let your emotions in. You need to take a risk on love again. What you're not wanting to see, you're the emperor. Or this may be an emperor coming toward you, you know? Someone who's been through hell and back just like you have. Someone who's leveled up through the queens and the kings. It can be a king or a queen. Or an empress or an emperor, I mean. But you've had to level up in whatever you are. The king, you had to level up in the kings. If you're a queen, you had to level up in the queens. You had to go through the journey. You had to go through a lot of pain and a lot of chaos and a lot of craziness. You know, you had to go through a lot of people kickstarting your healing and showing you your triggers so that you can look within and see where you're having these trust issues, these abandonment issues, these problems with authority. You need to become your own authority figure. You need to stand in your own power. You've gained a lot. You don't want to see that you've gained a lot and you are an emperor. You need to take action. You need to be determined. You need to be fiery. You need to go after what it is that you want. And don't let anything stop you. You need to realize that that crown belongs on your head. What you don't want to see, you have love coming in. You have abundance. You have a chance to have all your cups filled. You might think you're happy right now. You know, you might think you got a happy home, happy family. You might be faking happiness right now, but you do have something coming in that is going to fill all those cups, but it can't fill them if you don't let it in. You have to let it in. You have to open up to it. What you don't want to see, this is seeds you already planted. You know, it's seeds that you've already planted. There's an offer right there. You need to take it. You need to plant it along with the other seeds that you planted. You have other things that are coming to fruition. Your dreams are coming to a reality. You know, you're going to be abundant. You sacrificed a lot. You've worked hard. You broke your back. You know, you've weeded this out. You've taken out the bad apples, all the toxicity, all the things that could kill the crop. You've taken it out. You've done a lot of hard work. You don't got to sit and watch it anymore. You need to plant the new seed. You need to plant the new seed. You already have a harvest coming. You need to plant this new seed. You need to take this new offer. Stand in your power. Speak your truth. Get in the present. Get in the present moment. Stop reminiscing about the past. Stop reminiscing about the future. It's okay to think about the future and, you know, to see it in your mind's eye and your third eye and, you know, feel it as if you already have it, because you do. It's already yours. It belongs to you. That's your birthright. But then you need to take your focus off of it and you need to get focused into the present again. Welcome in, guys. Could you please hit the like button for me? Show me some love. I'm showing you all a lot of love. I love you all. This is why I'm out here doing this, because I love you all. Aquarius. What does Aquarius not want to see? What does Aquarius not want to see? 4 cards, 4 messages for Aquarius. What don't they want to see? What does Aquarius not want to see? My Aquarius collective. What do they not want to see? Thank you. Okay. Have to check that. I don't know which way that came out. I'll have to check it. One more. Thank you. Perfect. All right. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? Yes. Okay. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? No. Okay. All right, Aquarius. I got them upside down. What you're not wanting to see is, yes, there are options out there. You're not wanting to see your options. You definitely don't want to see your options. You're holding yourself back. You're staying in the shadows. I'm being drawn to him being in black. You're staying in the shadows. You're holding back. You're not wanting to open up to the options. You're not wanting to open up to things. You're not wanting to allow things in. Why is that? Because you've had options before. You know you have. You've had options before. And, you know, you feel like you chose the wrong cups. There was illusions on what was in the cups, and you didn't allow yourself to see it. You held yourself there. You stayed loyal. You know, you stayed in it regardless of how it made you feel. And now you're a little bit hesitant. You're a little bit fearful to get back out there again and look at these options. You're holding yourself back because you're living in fear. You need to get out of the fear. You need to stop being afraid. You just need to be discerning, you know. You just need to use your brain, Aquarius. You have a very smart, intelligent brain. You're very intelligent. Things don't get by you. People might think they do, but they don't. You see it. Well, you're so loyal. You keep sticking with it. You keep hurting yourself because you keep allowing yourself to go through it because you don't want to break that loyalty to somebody else or something else. But you'll see the illusions. You'll see right through them. So you need to get out there and allow yourself back out there. You know, manifest what it is you want. You're the magician and the co-creator of your own world. Get back out there and see what life has to offer you out there. You know? And take it slow. If you're scared, if you're afraid of getting ghosted again, take it slow. If you're afraid of somebody being two-faced, take it slow. You know, if you're afraid that it's going to be a snake hidden in that cup, again, take it slow. This castle, this dream world, this fantasy world isn't going to be the fantasy world that you thought it was going to be. You know, these riches don't make you happy. The victory isn't really a victory at all. This dragon is mystical and magical and it's very mysterious. Like you want to know, but it burns you. Come on, you've seen both sides of these. Get out there and do it again. Trinity, hi, welcome in. You missed your cousin. I can understand that, guys. We miss people, we love people, but we hold space for them. I hold space even for my enemies. Like, I want them to heal. You know, my haters, I want them to heal. The people who have hurt me, I want them to heal. I want them to eat. I want them to be good. I want them to be healthy. You know, I want them to see the wounds within themselves that causes them to react the way that they react and do the things that they do. But even in that, guys, even when we've got enemies, even when we've got people hurting us and people taking us down, we have to still reflect on us. What are we doing why are we allowing it? Like, what in us is misaligned? How are we lying to ourselves that is causing us to allow something like that into our lives. You got the Tower in reverse. So Aquarius, and what you don't want to see is you're causing your own tower. In the upright, God, divine source is causing it. Taking it down because it's not built correctly. And it needs to be built correctly. Square doesn't fit into a circle. The circle doesn't belong on the square. One's falling out, one's being thrown out. But in the reverse, you're causing your own. Like, you're bringing your own tower moment to yourself. And I mean, that's probably not a bad thing, because if you don't, God, divine source will. It's easier if you do it yourself than if you let God, source, divine do it. It's so much harder, and it's so much more painful when we allow something else to take it out for us. You're causing your own. It's a collapse of your old belief system is what it is. You don't believe the same things about yourself that you used to believe about yourself. You caused your own. You want the transformation. You're looking for the transformation. You want something new. You want a brand new beginning. You're a little afraid still, though, but you want a new beginning. You're willing to take it all down to rebuild it right. That's what you're not seeing. This is what you are actually doing, but you're not wanting to see it. What are you not wanting to see? You're not out in the cold. You're not out in the cold. You never were out in the cold. You've always been loved. You've never been abandoned. You've always had your passed on loved ones, God, source, divine around you, even if no one else was. You've always been able to save yourself. You didn't need a savior. You don't need a savior. You never have needed a savior. You have plenty of pinnacles here. You have plenty of ideas, plenty of thoughts, plenty of solutions. Plant them. They will grow. Stop feeling like you have lack. Stop feeling like you're out in the cold, because you're not. You're not. It's an illusion. It's an illusion that we tell ourselves. It's an illusion that society tells us. Trinity, you don't have to say sorry, honey. Don't say sorry. I actually don't like that word. I apologize. I like, but sorry, I don't like, because I don't know. I don't use it. If I do, it's usually a slip up, because I'm not a sorry person, and I don't see anybody else out here as sorry people either. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you even with that, you don't have to apologize for anything, and you're welcome. What you don't want to see, Aquarius, is you already are reaping your harvest. It's already coming in. You're already getting it. It is coming forward. And if you haven't reaped it yet, you will. But it's also saying to hold back for yourself. Make sure that you still love yourself through this. Make sure that you don't let other people take the focus off of you. Like, you can love other people, yes, but you need to make sure you're first. You need to make sure you're filling your own cup. You're holding something back, even financially. You need to hold something back for hard times. You need to hold something back for things that are coming in the future that you may not see coming. You're self-built, self-reliant, self-made, independent. You've been very independent. Aquarius is very independent, very harmony kind of sign. Like, we go within. We like to stand in our independence. We're free spirits. We can't be, cooped up in a prison. Like, can't have somebody come in and tell us how and dictate how we should live our life, what we should do, how we should dress, where we should go. They should know that we're loyal to a fault. We're loyal to a fault, like literally loyal to other people more than we are to ourselves. We've got to learn to be loyal to ourselves too, and hold back time, energy, finances for us. Yes, you can still give. Yes, you can still help. Yes, you can still pour that love out, but make sure you're filling up your own first, and make sure you never sacrifice everything in you ever again for anything or anyone ever again. Know your worth, stand in your power, stand in your worth. Help, yes, help those who want the help and need the help. Not those who are just sucking the life out of you, sucking the energy out of you, sucking your money out of you. You know, don't do that. Don't do that. They're standing behind your back and laughing at you like you're some big joke, but you're not. You're very powerful, and that's what you don't want to see. What you don't want to see is that you have the potential for something long term. You have to allow it in, though. You have to plant the seeds. You have to allow it in. It's something you can build, someone you can build an empire with. They're already in your energy. You already feel them. You're intuitive. You can feel them. They've never left you. They're never going to leave you. And you know that. You're not worried about it because you know that. Your person is your person. No one can take them. They can delay them. Their own mindset can delay them. But no one can take them. You have this. You're worth this. Get back out in your community. You know, your community needs you too. You can build an empire with your community. You're very loyal, and you have somebody very loyal coming in, but you have to accept it. You have to open up to it. You know, you have someone else that can be childlike, and you need to be childlike. Get it back into your childlike, passionate energy. You know, let your hair down. Enjoy life. Allow this to come in. You know, and you'll meet your match, the one that can let their hair down and enjoy life and enjoy this with you, build this with you. Power couple. You have the potential to have a power couple, but you got to open up to it. You got to allow yourself to receive it. You have abundance all around you anyway. You're surrounded with abundance. Pucky, or Puck you, welcome in. We are on Pisces. Last sign, guys. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Hit the like button, guys. Show me some love. Clear old energy, bring new energy in. What does Pisces not want to see? What does Pisces not want to see? Four messages for Pisces. What does Pisces not want to see? Okay. Okay, I gotta check that one. This one's calling. Okay. One more. What does Pisces not want to see? One more. One more. One more. Thank you. Okay. Is this one supposed to be in the reverse? No. Okay. All right. Pisces, what you're not wanting to see is you need to hold back your value. You need to hold back your worth. You need to also know and realize that you don't come from a place of lack. You have no lack. Such thing doesn't exist. There is no lack, guys. We're born with the birthright of everything that we ever wanted, everything that we ever needed. We already have it. It is ours. We just got to learn how to call it in from another dimension, to manifest it and bring it forward. Bring it from the ethers to the earth. You know, as above, so below. You're not lacking anything. You don't need to hold on so tightly to anything. Whatever you're holding on tightly to, you're not allowing the energy to flow. You're stopping it and causing it to be stagnant. You need to know your worth, hold back your worth, and Don't accept just anything. Wait for what is worthy of you. It's not that you're not worthy of it. It's not worthy of you. Wait for what comes in that's worthy of you. And that doesn't mean that anybody is not worthy, guys. Everybody is worthy. But it's the energy and the vibration that you're at. You have to change your mindset. You have to stop thinking negative about yourself and about your life and about your success and start thinking positive. And you will automatically call in that vibration of what it is that you want. What you're not wanting to see is you're the emperor. You're the damn emperor. Like, you've been through hell and back. You've worked really hard to become the emperor. You've had to go through all of the kings. Like cups, your emotion, your passion, your stability, your overthinking. You've had to level up on all of that. You don't just become the emperor overnight. It's a long, hard journey. You go through a lot of pain and a lot of heartache and a lot of learned lessons and a lot of looking at yourself and learning who you are and standing in your power, learning how to stand in your power, accept you for you, both sides, light and dark. And know you're worthy of putting that crown on your head. You're worthy of being determined and passionate and fiery and going after what it is that you want and not allowing anything to stop you. What you're not wanting to see, all these things that took you down, that stabbed you in the back, that took you down, they were the catalyst for your healing. You're doing more healing than you realize you're doing. Each sword that was put in your back was something to show you what you're worth. They knew your worth, but you didn't. So they betrayed you. They backstabbed you. They left you for dead. But you need to stand in your power. You need to get back up. You can't just lay here and allow yourself to fade away. For what? You need to get out there and shine. You need to stand up, take this sword, cut out what no longer serves you, and cut out the negative self-talk, cut out the feeling lack, feeling like you're not worthy, you don't have, you won't have, you can't have. Change that mindset to I already have. It is mine. It was my birthright. I was born with that birthright. Change your thoughts. Change your words, guys. Stand back up. Take that sword. Cut out what doesn't serve you. You have blessings coming in. He's making the blessing signal. You have blessings coming in. But not until you stand up and take your power back and take that sword and speak your truth. Get clarity. What you're not wanting to see, something you're working on, it's coming to fruition. It's working. You need to plant the seed. You need to plant the idea. You need to bring it out into the light. You don't got to have it perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. He's sitting here working hard and diligently. He's not paying attention to anything else. He's got offers and stuff coming in. He's got ideas. He's working so hard on it. He's not bringing that idea to reality. He's not bringing it out into the world. Sitting here thinking about it, planning, plotting, strategizing with it. But he needs to know that it doesn't need to be perfect. Bring it out into the light. Bring it out into the world. You're stacking it up. You need to plan it. You need to bring these ideas out and use them. You crafted them. You worked really hard on them. You've thought about them. You've overthought them. Bring it out into the world for the world to see. You can fix whatever needs to be fixed along the way. You can learn whatever you need to learn along the way. Not going to go anywhere if you don't plan it. What you're not wanting to see, you have the potential to build an empire. There's those seeds. They're growing. Because, you're taking those ideas and you're planting them. You have the potential to build an empire, to have a power couple, to have everything and anything you ever wanted. And what you're also not wanting to see is you're already surrounded with everything. You're already abundant. You already have this. You need to commit to it long term. You need that commitment. You have loyalty around you, even if you might not see it. You have children around you that need your attention, that love you and care about you, and you're very abundant with. This is also tapping into your childlike energy and allowing your person to tap into their childlike energy. All this seriousness, you Yes, it's okay to be serious. There's a time to be serious and there's a time to play. You have to balance it out, you know, and you've become wise. This journey has taught you a lot. Yes, it's been very painful. Like I said, you don't become the emperor overnight or the empress, but you've gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of ideas. This is a lot of ideas floating around in your head that needs to be committed to. You can bring it in for yourself. You're a Leo. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. So guys, that was the reading. And I'm going to let you know right now, if you're going to be on my channel, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Because I want you to grow. I want you to evolve. I want you to awaken. You know, we've had our eyes closed for way too long. You know, we've been believing the lies about ourselves for way too long. And I'm not going to get out here and sell you unicorn farts and fairy dust, lollipops, candy corn. I'm not going to get out here and sell you what you think you want to hear. I'm going to get out here and show you what you need to hear. And I'm not for everybody, guys. Like, I'm not for everybody. You know? And if you don't like the way I do my channel, then you are more than welcome to go find another reader. There are great readers on here. Awesome readers on here. You know? But I'm me, and I'm not going to apologize for being me. And I'm not going to dim my light because somebody doesn't like what I have to say or how I have to say it. So, you're welcome to this channel. Everybody is welcome on this channel. I love you all. I love everybody, even my haters. Crazy, but I do. I even love my haters. I love my enemies. You know? You know, they only want love too. They're out here searching and looking for the same thing everybody else is. You know? Their anger is pain and sadness that they haven't dealt with, that they haven't looked at in themselves, that they've been pointing the finger at everybody else for, instead of swallowing that other pill and looking within and seeing why they're so angry, why they're so miserable. But I still love them. You know, I love all my exes too. You know, they taught me a lot about me, about my worth, about who I am, through abuse and neglect and you know, manipulation and all of that. But hey, without them, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be standing here, sitting here in front of you, giving you these messages and opening your eyes to all the lies that we've been told and we've been eating. We've just been gulping them down. We've been eating them all our life. We've let society tell us who we are and who we should be and where we belong and, you know, what we should be doing. And that's bullshit. We're not here to please everybody else. We're not here for everybody else. We're here to have an experience. We came here to have an experience. And that's what we're having. No matter what our hangups are. You know? We're still worthy. You got shadow side? Yes. Everybody's got something in their closet. You know, everybody's got something about themselves that they don't like, but they don't want to tell others, or they don't want to admit to themselves. We're all human. You know, we didn't come here to be perfect. Why do you think they said that Jesus died on the cross for our sins? Because we are all sinners. We are all sinners. But we need to learn to accept ourselves. Change the behavior. The behavior, it starts within. The man in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Who do you see? Do you like that person? If you don't, you got a problem with it. There's something inside of you need to go in and work on. Whether it be trust issues or abandonment issues or, you know, not trusting authority. If you don't trust authority, become your own authority figure. You trust yourself, right? You need to learn to trust yourself. Just because you couldn't trust others doesn't mean you need to take on their projections or their trauma or bear their cross. You couldn't trust them, but that doesn't mean you can't trust you. You know, start listening to yourself when something tells you something is off. Because it is. Something is off. Doesn't have to be cheating scenario. Doesn't have to be somebody doing something wrong to you. Could simply be somebody holding back feelings. Something that, they feel for you because they're afraid. They're scared of getting hurt. We've all been hurt. Not one of us out here have not been hurt. Not one of us. We can't judge others by what others do. And we can't keep judging ourselves by the way others judge us. We need to stand up. We need to shine our light. We need to get out there. We need to stop being afraid of being seen, being heard. We need to take our power back, guys. Nobody can take it unless we give it to them. Scorpio, careful, you might sting. Oh yeah, scorpions sting. They do sting. But they're very deep people. They're very loving. They're very compassionate. They're very caring. They're a lot deeper than people realize. They're tapped in a lot more than people realize. If a Scorpio is your friend, you got a friend for life. If Scorpio is your enemy, you better watch out, because your ass gonna get stung. And you're gonna get stung when you least expect it. I know Scorpio energy very well. I've dealt with it. But you gotta watch Scorpios too, because when Scorpios get triggered, they tend to run. It's not because, they don't care about you or whatever. Some of it's they don't want to explode. Some of it they don't want to feel their feelings. They don't want to accept them. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be open because they have been hurt. But Scorpios need to let their emotions out. Allow themselves to be comfortable in their own element. Water, emotions. Need to stop being so protective over themselves. There, Naveen. I love you. You know I do. Aquarius turn cold. We're not cold people. We have a big heart, but man, you do it wrong, we're gonna shut down. We will shut down. We won't call you. We won't contact you. We won't chase you. We will shut down. We're stubborn. And we are overthinkers. We overthink every damn thing. But we got good hearts. And our hearts are in the right place. And if you get us to commit, you got a loyal partner. Because it's hard for Aquarius to commit because everybody wants to change in Aquarius. They meet us. They like us. They love our brains. They love the wisdom. They love the knowledge. While some are intimidated by it. Some don't like a powerful man. Well, powerful men are accepted. Powerful women are not accepted with a very opinionated personality. But we intimidate some people because we challenge people to grow. We challenge them to evolve. We challenge them to look at life in a different way, to get outside that box that the government and society and everybody wants to put us in. We challenge the system. We question everything. Probably too much. Probably question too much because we overthink. If we would just listen to ourselves and not overthink it, like, man, we'd have it made. But we also have the gift of numbing out. We've learned at a young age how to numb ourselves out, how to shut our emotions down, how to make rational decisions that make sense to us. Emotions are something that we're not real good with. An Aquarius that can tap into their emotions, that's powerful. Stuck in indecision, guys. Make a decision. You can't go wrong. Not a wrong or a right. Make a decision. Or just make a whole new decision. Don't take either. But get up. Blue Star Astrology. Gem Sun, Leo Moon, job ended. Do I early retire or continue working? I sent a cash app. Okay, hold on one second. Blue Star Astrology. What do you want to tell her about her career? She's Gemini Sun, Leo Moon. I don't really need your signs, Blue Star. I can do it without your signs. Kiss Ransels? Welcome in. No, I don't remember you, but hi, welcome in. I had a lot of people, guys. When a lot of you were coming on, I had a lot of people, so don't get upset with me. I still love you, but no, I don't remember you. But the more you come around, the more I'll remember you. Okay. Blue Star Astrology. Like I was saying, I don't need your signs because I tap into your energy. But let's see. Let's see what they got to say. Does she retire early or continue working? Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Oh, okay. Then I do remember you. Yeah, I remember you. I didn't know you changed your name. Yeah, I remember you. Blue Star Astrology. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Blue Star Astrology about the career? About her career. What's she supposed to do about her career? Four cards. What's she supposed to do about her career? Give her 4 messages about her career. Give her some kind of direction, please. Whoa. That's more than 4. Start over. 4 cards. 4 messages about her career, please. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. Thank you. 1 more. 1 more. One more. Okay. Excuse me. 1 more. Okay, come on. Open up the energy. 1 more. 1 more for career. 1 more for career. It's 2. 1. I saw a good outcome though. I saw a good outcome. I will tell you that. 1 more. Most important. What's the most important message left on her career? It keeps giving you 2. That's a good outcome too, though. 1. Okay, get serious here. We need 1 card for her career. Most important. What's the most important? Most important message left. Most important message left. Okay. All of these are facing down. I'm going to take the one that's facing up. Make sure I got all these in the right order. Okay. All right. First thing I'm going to tell you, no. It's not time to hang it up. You have a seed. You have an idea. There's an idea that you have that they're telling you to plant. You're looking at it. You're not doing anything with it. Some kind of idea. Maybe an entrepreneurship. Something you're wanting to do on your own. Some kind of spark. Some kind of offer. They're telling you to take that offer. It's going to grow. It has potential to grow. You got to plant that seed first, though. But it has potential to grow. Stand in your power. You're a lot more powerful than you believe. And stay grounded. Make sure you stay grounded through this. You are a queen. You know, you're not a beginner. You've already learned some of the things that you need to learn for this idea, for this light bulb moment. Whatever you touch turns to gold. You know, it has potential to grow, but you got to plant it first. You got to take action. You have the rabbit here too. The rabbit is good luck. It's bringing in good fortune, good luck. You know, but just like the rabbit, you need to hop on out there and put it out there. Put it out there. It's being given to you by divine. Don't second guess it. It's being given to you by the divine, but you're stuck. You feel stuck. You feel trapped. You feel like you can't get out of this. Something's holding you stagnant. You have the power. Cut these bindings off of you on these swords. Cut these bindings off. Take that blindfold off. But tap into your intuition. You're being led somewhere. You're being told something. You're second guessing yourself. You're overthinking the whole situation. This is self-sabotage. So don't overthink it. Just do it. Just take action and do it. And these are ideas. You know, these are thoughts. These are ideas. These are a bunch of ideas that you've had come in. You just kind of threw them aside and you've gotten yourself stuck. But you can get out of this. Now, you may be delayed for right now because right now is a time for planning, plotting, and strategizing. Mercury is in retrograde right now. So we're reviewing what we've learned. We're reviewing the past. We're reviewing if things still make us happy or not. If you've lost a job, nothing is taken away from you to hurt you. It's not done to you. It's done because there's something more out there. It's your protection, actually. It's being done for you. You're being led on another path. But take these swords and cut yourself free and get out of this. Take one sword, your truth, and take your ideas and run with them. Move forward. But Mercury doesn't it doesn't officially go retrograde until the 9th, but we are already in pre-shadow, so it's already starting to affect a lot of people. Death to the old system, brand new things coming in. Death to the old way of thinking, brand new ideas and thoughts coming in. Be more positive in your future. You can create anything that you want to create. But it does not go out of post shadow to, I believe it's December 17th. So give or take, it's about 6 weeks that you're going to be, you need to be in reflective mode. You can plan, you can plot, you can strategize, you can put things together, but don't take action on it until, you don't have to wait clear to the 17th, but I would at least wait probably to the first week of December at least before you start moving forward, because then your energy is going to start moving forward again. So the beginning of December. You have everything within you to make this happen. You can have the potential to fill all 10 of your cups. Knowing that nothing outside of you completes you, you're already complete and whole. You don't need anything to complete you. You don't need this, but this will also bring in more happiness. It'll bring in more joy. Knowing that you are abundant and you have everything that you need and you always will have is the first step you need to take. Knowing your worth, knowing you have no lack, is the first step you need to take to these 10 of cups. You can fill these 10 cups. You might have some of them filled, but you don't have all of them. You can still fill all 10 of your cups. You're stuck in Hangman right now. Again, another card of feeling stuck. But this is something you're going to put yourself in. You're going to put yourself in the Hangman. You're going to go within yourself. You're going to try to get a light bulb moment, an epiphany moment. They're saying to go within, ask God, divine source, whatever it is you believe in, to give you this epiphany moment. And hang there and reevaluate, like I told you, reflect on the past. Reflect on what you've learned, what you can bring forward to add to whatever this idea is. But you're going to get an epiphany moment. And when you do, you're going to cut yourself out of this tree and you're going to take the action forward. You're going to use it. Like I said, stop holding the pinnacle. Stop holding the idea. Plant the seed. Take action. Don't hold the offer back. And you may be collaborating with other people, or you may be the leader. You may be the teacher. You have the potential to be the teacher. You inspire others. Others will look up to you for this. But it's also saying to collaborate, to get in with someone and collaborate, to bring this idea out, talk to others about it, and collaborate. You might surprise yourself. Datin Who, welcome in. Blue Star Astrology, does that help you? Do you understand that? Makes much sense? Yeah. The other job was taken away because it no longer serves you. It no longer inspires you. It no longer lifts you up. But you're meant to go on a new journey. You got a destiny. You got a path. You're meant to follow that. So I wish you the best. I wish you luck and I wish you success. And I know you will have it because I've seen the offer being brought to you by Divine. You had the Ace of Pentacles that popped out. And you also had the sun pop out. So it's going to be abundant. It's going to work. You just got to take the step and take the action to do it. And you got to believe in yourself. That's the biggest part. You have to believe in yourself. Even if things, start off rocky, they start off slow, be patient with yourself. And if it doesn't work the first time, tweak it. Change a little bit of the things up in it. It will be successful. Keep at it. Don't give up. There is no such thing as failure. You only fail if you give up. But you got this. You're welcome. Thank you for the blessing, and I wish it 10 times back to you. I'm glad you feel better. I'm glad you are. You just need a confirmation for what you already know. But you're very welcome, and I'm glad you feel better. Many blessings to you too. Clear out energy, bring in new energy, please. Is there anybody else that wants a reading? Speak now or forever hold peace. Well, not forever, but hold peace. All right, well, guys, then I'm gonna go. I wish you all the best. I wish you nothing but success and happiness. I hope that you take it easy on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. And that you all stay safe. I love you all very much. And I wish you a great day today. Love you guys. Later.